Global logistics operates within a highly regulated international environment where governments, trade organizations, and regulatory agencies establish rules that govern the movement of goods across borders. As global trade expands, organizations must navigate an increasingly complex network of laws, regulations, and compliance requirements. Logistics professionals are responsible for understanding how these regulations influence sourcing, transportation, customs clearance, documentation, and distribution activities. Regulatory compliance is not simply a legal obligation but also a strategic requirement that protects organizations from penalties, shipment delays, and reputational risks. Effective compliance programs improve supply chain reliability, support market access, and enable organizations to conduct international trade efficiently while maintaining security, transparency, and operational excellence. International trade agreements and trading blocs significantly influence global logistics by reducing barriers to commerce and facilitating cross-border trade. Trade agreements may take the form of free trade agreements, customs unions, or regional trade partnerships that lower tariffs, simplify customs procedures, and encourage economic cooperation among member nations. Trading blocs such as the European Union and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership promote the free movement of goods and services while enhancing market access opportunities. However, organizations must also recognize that trade agreements can change over time, creating risks and requiring contingency planning. Supply chain managers must continuously monitor political developments and assess how changes in trade relationships affect sourcing, manufacturing, and distribution strategies. Trade compliance is a critical element of global logistics because organizations must adhere to customs regulations, tariff classifications, licensing requirements, anti-corruption laws, and documentation standards. Governments enforce regulations to protect national interests, ensure fair competition, collect duties and taxes, and maintain supply chain security. Compliance failures can result in shipment delays, financial penalties, loss of trading privileges, and legal consequences. Regulations such as anti-bribery laws require organizations to establish ethical business practices and internal controls that prevent improper payments or preferential treatment. Successful compliance programs include employee training, documentation accuracy, auditing processes, and continuous monitoring of regulatory changes. Organizations that prioritize compliance reduce risk exposure while improving operational efficiency and customer confidence. Transportation regulations play a vital role in protecting shipments, transportation workers, and the public while supporting the secure movement of goods across international supply chains. Governments and international organizations establish standards covering cargo security, dangerous goods handling, labor safety, vehicle requirements, and transportation operations. Security initiatives such as Authorized Economic Operator Programs, Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism, and World Customs Organization standards promote secure trade while reducing unnecessary border delays. Transportation regulations also address driver fatigue, vehicle maintenance, hazardous materials management, and equipment safety technologies. These measures reduce accidents, improve cargo security, strengthen supply chain resilience, and create a safer environment for international logistics operations. Moving cargo across international borders introduces numerous complicating factors that increase supply chain complexity and risk. Logistics professionals must manage customs inspections, multiple documentation requirements, language differences, border delays, security screenings, transportation mode changes, tariff calculations, and varying regulatory standards. Additional challenges include fluctuating exchange rates, differing national laws, cargo theft risks, intellectual property concerns, and political instability. The number of documents required, government agencies involved, and inspections conducted can significantly impact transit times and logistics costs. Organizations must develop mature processes, invest in information technology, and leverage specialized expertise to navigate these challenges effectively. Successful border crossing operations depend on accurate documentation, proactive planning, and strong relationships with logistics partners and government agencies. Imports and exports are heavily influenced by government regulations designed to control trade flows, protect national security, and support economic objectives. Import and export activities may be subject to licensing requirements, quotas, tariffs, taxes, sanctions, and documentation obligations. Certain products require export licenses due to military, strategic, environmental, or political considerations. Governments may impose export quotas to preserve domestic supply or influence commodity pricing. Customs authorities require declarations detailing shipment contents, values, destinations, and end uses to ensure compliance with trade regulations. Organizations engaged in international commerce must understand these restrictions and establish processes that ensure accurate reporting, proper licensing, and compliance with applicable trade controls throughout the supply chain. Foreign and free trade zones provide strategic advantages by allowing goods to enter designated areas without immediate payment of duties, taxes, or quota obligations. These zones are designed to encourage foreign investment, stimulate exports, and improve national competitiveness. Goods may be stored, assembled, transformed, repackaged, tested, repaired, or combined with other products while remaining within the zone. Duties are generally deferred until goods enter the domestic market, and no duties are owed when products are re-exported to other countries. Free trade zones can also reduce inventory tax burdens and provide benefits in countries with inverted tariff structures. By leveraging these zones effectively, organizations can lower logistics costs, improve cash flow, increase operational flexibility, and strengthen global supply chain performance.